Hi guys, how's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining me here on the baseline. Hope you guys are having a great day, great night, great life. So you felt it, right? Haven't you? That chill down your spine anytime the government says something like, hey, this is for your safety. Because deep down, you know, whenever they tell you it's for your safety, you're about to lose something you thought was yours, probably forever, right? And here's the prophecy that just can't be ignored. Once your right to live and work depends on a digital pass, freedom stops being a birthright. It becomes a subscription plan, renewable at the state's discretion. So why am I talking to you about this, right? Well, here's the headline. Keir Starmer just announced a mandatory digital ID for the right to work in the UK. This is not a rumor. It's not speculation. This is straight from his own lips. So let's stop right there for a moment, because if you think this is just British politics, you're not paying attention, because Britain is the beta test for what's coming everywhere. Your job, your bank account, your travel, your healthcare. If the government holds the digital switch, then tomorrow, one wrong post, one wrong protest, and you're digitally erased. And here's the thing, right? Britain already killed this idea way back in 2010. ID cards were scrapped because they were too dangerous. And yet, here we are again. Only now, it's not a card in your wallet. It's a database that ties your entire life to one fragile app. It's hackable, traceable, inescapable. And look who's raising the alarm. Jeremy Corbyn on the left says this is an affront to civil liberties. Nigel Farage on the right says this will control and penalize the rest of us. Now, when those two agree, you've either solved world peace or stumbled onto something so obviously bad that enemies are actually holding hands just to fight it. Now, even NHS nurses are warning this is dangerous for everyone. Nurses, the same people they told you to clap for every Thursday night, are now being dismissed as conspiracy theorists. Now, meanwhile, Keir Starmer tries to sugarcoat all this. Don't worry, it's free of charge. People are like, oh, thank you, sire. Free chains for all citizens? Nothing says democracy like government handing you a free muzzle. Free of charge. That's like Tinder saying, hey, all that heartbreak you're going to go through, it's all for free. Or the DMV saying, hey, we'll crash your app free as well. You ever use government tech? The NHS website couldn't handle vaccine appointments. And now you want everyone to believe they'll secure the keys to everyone's existence? Please, guys, they can't keep potholes filled, but somehow they're going to stop Chinese hackers from stealing your identity? I mean, I can't even keep my Netflix password safe. And that's just my cousin in Ohio guessing my birthday. I mean, it's crazy. And here's where I need to validate you guys, right? Because you've been called crazy for warning about this before, right? And people say, oh, don't be dramatic. No one's going to mandate a digital ID. I mean, really? Because here it is, mandatory. And by the end of Parliament and the pushback, it's not fringe. I mean, we're talking left, right, center, frontline workers. They all see it. You're not paranoid. You're paying attention. And that's why you're here. It's a good thing because you see what others are missing. But let's play it out. What happens when your kid applies for college? Do they need their ID verified just to register? What about your grandma who can barely remember her Wi-Fi password? Does she get digitally locked out of her pension? What happens when you forget your phone at home? Do you just not exist for the day? No bank, no bus, no job? Because imagine telling your boss, hey, sorry, I couldn't clock in. My battery died. And here's even the darker one. You know, what happens when you speak out, post the wrong opinion, share the wrong meme? Because if your existence is tied to this ID, well, the punishment writes itself, doesn't it? Flip the switch and you're gone. A cybersecurity expert put it bluntly, right? Centralize identity and you centralize failure. He warned that a single ransomware attack could freeze the entire country. Payments fail, benefits stall, airports grind to a halt, and you, the citizen, are stuck until the ransom is paid or the state rebuilds from scratch. This isn't science fiction. I mean, Jaguar Land Rover's systems were hacked just this last year. Airports have collapsed under cyber attacks, and that's just corporations. Now imagine your entire nation running on one fragile app, and that government calls this exciting public service reform. I mean, exciting. That's like calling food, that's like calling food poisoning an exciting digestive adventure. You know what's exciting? Winning the lottery, going to a Beyonce concert. What's not exciting? Getting told you can't pay rent because a guy in a basement in Moscow hit Control Alternate Delete on your freedom or your ability to pay your debts. But here's the hope, the silver lining, because this has been defeated before. In 2010, people rose up, demanded freedom, and killed ID cards. And resistance is building again. Corbyn, Farage, nurses, students, the alliances don't matter. What matters is unity, because history shows governments push as far as the citizenry lets them, right? Because when ordinary people push back, elites retreat. They always do. So here's the choice. Do we accept a future where rights become permissions, where freedoms become a QR code? Or do we learn from the past and resist now while we can, while we still can? And I'll tell you this, just by seeing it clearly, you're already stronger than 90% of the people out there, because most people won't see it until the switch flips on them. And here's the part no one's really talking about, because Britain isn't alone. China rolled out the same system this month. Brussels is debating it. Canada's trialing it. This isn't coincidence, it's coordination. The machinery of social credit system is being built piece by piece across democracies and dictatorships alike. And the only question is, will people spot the leash before it's snapped around their necks? So in the next episodes, we're going to be exposing how this exact model is being exported from Beijing to Brussels and what it means for your freedom, your money, your kids, your future, because the first rule of digital control isn't simple. If you don't understand the playbook, you're already playing by it. All right, guys, do I have this all right? Do I have it all wrong? Leave a comment in the section below. I read all the comments. I reply to all the comments. I value your opinion. And thank you guys again so much for watching The Baseline. We'll catch you in the next round. Cheers, everybody.